Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Let's take a look on the A7 today. Let's thank our members first. So overlanding 11B, obviously the full crew member, thank you, it helps a lot, you have no idea. Thank you all the full crew members, Silami, Astropub, Jaf, TLRS, Justin Field, Yuyush, and Igor, and all the Fishman members as well. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So today we are going to talk a bit about the A7E, an aircraft that is kind of weird. I really don't know why is in 10.7. In up tiers it's completely trash, and in down tiers it's usable if you use it like this. If you use it with the GAL 13s and use it with the stealth rounds and go into head-ons and stuff like that. I really don't get it why this aircraft doesn't have the AIM-9L, or even why is it a 10.7, because I think as an attacker the A10 is way better than this. It's just way better, even though it's slower, which can be a good thing in an attacker role. But yeah, it's heavy as you see, and it is a difficult aircraft to fly, man. If you use with bombs and rockets and stuff like that, you will just ended up dying a lot, which is not a fun thing. It's an aircraft that has its problems, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. Why is it a 10.7? Why is it? Because Gaijin uses a lot of statistics to actually choose a BR, which is a scientific way. So it's not something that it is just bad. They really need to do this, to use the statistics, win rates, KDs and stuff like that people are using it for. But it's not only that. Especially in certain aircrafts, you really need to consider a bit more than just that, because there are aircraft that are exceptions, and there are aircraft that not a lot of people play with. So you see, for example, the A7, it's an aircraft that not a lot of people play with. Obviously the A10 is an aircraft that a lot more people play with. In that manner, statistics can be more precise. The more people play with an aircraft, the better it is the statistics to actually choose a BR and stuff like that. Or even not even with that. I mean, I think, for example, the MLD right now doesn't have the R60M because a lot of great pilots are actually using them. Because you have to think it like this. Not that are too many noobs in the game and stuff like that, but especially in modern combat and stuff like that, there's a lot of people that are new to it, and that are learning how to do it and stuff like that. With that, obviously they will go for the flavor of the month, which is the F-14 right now. So you ended up seeing a lot of F-14 pilots being kind of weird in the way that they fly, and the MLD pilots normally are the old MLD pilots that have are playing the MLD forever. They're playing MLD now, tomorrow, and forever. Until Russian a MiG-29, something like that, comes up to the game. So you ended up seeing a lot of players that are really, really good at it, really, really good playing with the aircraft, and that makes it so that the statistics go in a way that the MLD is a superior aircraft. The KDs are greater, the win rates are greater, and it makes it so that it doesn't need the R60M, for example. You have a very specific thing that happened with the CL13 Mark IV from Italy, that it is basically an F86 A2. And for a group, once they did, a group of people, they just chose to play the aircraft a lot and get a lot of kills and play together and stuff like that, just to show how the statistics work. And they managed to get the CL13 to get a higher BR just because they were flying it better. Because there are certain aircraft that not a lot of people play. The CL Mark IV, it's one of them. I never see those aircraft flying around. Like 2 or 3 times in a lifetime. And when you have a group of people that are determined to just show the weird things that can happen when you use the statistics. You can actually get the BR to get higher just playing correctly with the aircraft in a very good manner. That's why the statistics are a very good way to start looking at an aircraft and change its BR, but it's not something that should be for every aircraft, or it's hard to know what aircraft actually needs these or not, or what kind of aircraft needs to be in a different manner that they choose the BR. But it's just the statistics are not perfect, The A-7E is obviously one of these examples. It's basically the same aircraft that we have with the A-7D. It's basically the same aircraft, And why is it the 10.7 instead of the 10.3? It just kind of doesn't make any sense, because it is an aircraft that it already has problems with energy, and it already has problems with a ton of stuff, and then you put it against a top tier, against an F-14, against an MLD. How can you fly it correctly then? So, and I think one of the reasons is the GAL 13, as I'm using here. It's basically the only way that you can actually get a lot of kills with it, because to be honest, man, if you try to use rockets or bombs with this, you will die a lot and you will not get a lot of ground kills because you just don't have the time. Ended up being another problem with the game, which is the maps. I already talked about it, how I really dislike the smaller maps, that you basically have to have like 5 friendlies nearby you all the time to actually be able to do something, because everybody is in the same position. So you have to have a lot of luck. It's basically no skill at all. You have to have a lot of luck to have a very good team, because if you don't have a good team, you will end up dying a lot. So, and that's just, it doesn't change, it doesn't show in the statistics, And yeah, it's a problematic thing, I know, but we want to make the game better, and all the aircraft should be in the right BR. I know it's harder. Obviously, we have, I don't know how many aircraft, 1,000 something aircraft in the game, and our vehicles in general, and all of them need BRs, and all of them need a specific BR, and yeah, it's a lot, I know, but we always want the game to be better if it could be better, And there are just some certain aircraft that needs a BR change right now. The Su-17M2 is another one, because come on, a Su-17M2 with no flares, with the normal R60s being the same BR as a Su-17M4 that has 256 flares, I think, together with 6 R60Ms. I mean, come on, how is that in a logic? Doesn't make any sense. But it's not a rant video, it's just talking about what we can have. We have to have these type of thinking arguments, because when they will change, because they will have a BR change, I think fairly soon, maybe after the patch, and that will have, I mean, they always open to more people to just say their opinions and stuff, and we need to be with these arguments on our side, because then we can improve the game, and that's always a good thing, improving the game that we already love. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the A7, and yeah, I see you guys on the next one. So bye guys, see ya.